All right, you guys, welcome to this show. I am your girl Bree with Busy Bree's Hot Topics, and today I have a couple special guests for you all. A good friend of mine, Gina Jackson, and her lovely daughter Latoya. A little bit about why I brought them on the show. They actually have a company, and hey, you guys, how you guys doing?
Hello,
Good.
how are you?
Hi.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, and what's the name of your guys' fitness company again? What's the name called?
It's called 360 Fitness Mission.
Awesome. Okay, so About 360 Fitness Mission, founded by Gina Jackson herself. Hey, I love it. Established in August of 2024. 360 Fitness Mission was born from her personal transformation, perseverance, and a passion for helping others feel good in their bodies. I love it. After years of struggling with weight gain and joint discomfort, she found something that worked, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. In 24, she began Jump Fitness. That sounds interesting. And saw incredible results and lost 48 pounds. What? Oh my God. She regained her energy. And most importantly, you guys, she found relief in her knees, which had impacted traditional high impact workouts. Jump Fitness wasn't just another trendy exercise. It was a life changer. The low impact nature of jumping, especially on rebound boots, which we're going to get into a little bit later, provided all the benefits of an intense cardio workout without the stress on her joints. Inspired by the results, she became a certified jump instructor and launched 360 Fitness Mission in August of 24 with a goal to create a supportive space where others could experience the same transformation. And then to boot, her lovely daughter Latoya Jackson joined her on this journey as well. Together, they've built more than a business, they've built a movement. They are currently teaching high energy, low impact jump classes throughout New Jersey, I believe, and they also have some pop up shops, which we'll be talking about later as well. They're helping individuals of all backgrounds embrace movement in a way that's both fun and functional. I love it, you guys. My first question, real quick, is Gino, you sent me a great intro to how you got started. And you guys recently celebrated your 1 year anniversary. Tell us a little bit about that and where you guys went and how that was.
So it was located in Island, New Jersey. It was a jump explosion on the first day, and then the second day we celebrated our 1 year anniversary. The turnout was fabulous. We had a really, really great time. Everyone that came, they really enjoyed themselves too. And a lot of them all actually started joining our classes too as well.
Nice, nice. Latoya, do you guys do the classes together or is it sometimes you and then sometimes your mom? Or tell us a little bit about that.
So yeah, we do alternate. So I have the Willingboro location, and she has the Cranford, New Jersey location. And so if we
Okay.
need to take place, like take if I need to take her place, I'll take her place, and then vice versa.
Okay. And I heard that you do pretty much most of the marketing. Is that correct? And all the
Yes, I
social
do all the
media?
marketing.
Smart. Smart. I love it. I love it. And was that your did you go to school for marketing or is it why are you so good at the marketing part?
No, I did not go to school for marketing. I think I've always been like an event planner, like into like, like planning things. And so I guess it kind of falls hand in hand. And so I like to create the videos and, post them and things like that. So yeah.
Okay. So jump classes, I've talked to a lot of people because obviously Gina had recently spoke to me about hosting one in Atlanta, which I am going to get to. I just got really busy, but as you know, busy Bree, I get busy.
Right.
But I'm so excited to do it. So a lot of people want to know, about the jump classes. They get a little intimidated, I think, when they see the boots and they think, oh no, this looks difficult. What Gina, would you tell somebody who's new to those boots and how would you explain that to them so that they're not so intimidated about going to a class?
Right. So even when I first saw the boost too as well, I was a little intimidated too. And plus, being that I had like these knee joint problems, I was like, well, no way I'm getting on those boots. But, a friend of mine told me, no, it's going to be okay. Just try it. So when I first got on the boost, I got to admit, I was holding on to the wall and everything. And then it was like when the music hit, and we like Jersey Club in New Jersey, when the music hit, it was done. I was just like moving with the boost. And I was like walking, I was like, semi balancing myself. And I was like, okay, wow. And then all of a sudden I just like started jumping. And then I realized I forgot that I had knee joint problems. I was like, I barely felt it. So I just, from there, I just became hooked because I love Zumba. Zumba was like one of my go-to, but I couldn't do it anymore because of the high impact on the ground. Like, just forcing myself to be on the ground. It just wasn't, or the floor. It just wasn't working for me anymore. I was like always like twisting my leg or anything, and my knee joint was always like moving around. It sounds graphic, but it's just true. So again, the jumping, I just found it to be like really low impact on my knees. The cardiovascular part about it, it was like really, really high intensity, just jumping up and down alone. Okay. And then I found myself just dropping off weight. And then after that, I just started to include like things in my regimen, like maybe I should just start eating more healthier now that, the weight is coming off. So, I mean, it just started to revolve, and that's how I pretty much got started. So the thing is, like, the first step is just try it. Like, once you get on the boots, then after that, like, we kind of like help you through the process. Like, we'll walk you, we'll tell you to start walking, just walk normal on the boots at first. And then when I see people too nervous, I tell my daughter, turn the music on. Once you turn music on and
Yeah.
people hear that beat and that that little bass in the beat, they start moving and jumping. So then they be like, wow, I can do this. And then once they start to get into the class, they can't do everything in the beginning, but eventually like they start to really start to embrace the class as they go on. And then some people come back and then some people don't. But most of the people that do come back, they do see results.
Okay, nice. Do you have different packages and things like that for people? Do you have a membership and how
So
does
right
that?
now we offer sessions. So in our Cranford class, we have 8 sessions, and that's for 120. It's for 1 hour, and then our other class was in Willingboro. It was like 6 sessions, and I think it was like $75. So it
Okay.
depends on the session. So most of the time, like if you wanted to do a pop up is like $25 per person, and the boots are included. I try to tell people without the boots you can't do it. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. I love 90s music. 90s, like, yeah, so I would love to do like a 90s theme. Can you choose if you're hosting a pop-up shop or something? Can you choose the music that you want for your class, or how do you guys cater that?
Absolutely. So if you give us a playlist, then we will play your music and we'll try our best to jump to it. Most of the time, like when you're jumping, you like high intensity, like you like music with maybe beats per minute 135 to 140, but we still can bring it down just a little bit too as well, depending on your music, we can do it.
Okay. Latoya, this question's for you. I wanted to know, do you feel that there's more, younger, I don't know exactly your age. I won't ask you and put you on the spot or anything like that. But do you feel like there's more younger people gravitate towards this, or is it an older crowd, or is it kind of just a mix?
That is a really good question. I feel like it's more of an older crowd. And I always tell my mom this. I'm like, how can we get the younger I'm 37, by the way. It's okay.
Oh, well, you look
But
fabulous.
I'm like, how can we get the younger generation to wear these boots? And I don't know if it looks like maybe it doesn't look so cool, or maybe like you said, they're scared. But yes, it's more of an older crowd. Women like they want to try something different. They're at that age. Like, let me try something different. But I don't know if it's like women my age. They're just like, I don't know. But yeah, definitely the older women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. That's what I was wondering because I took a peek at some of your videos and it kind of seemed like, 40 and up, it seemed to be
Yeah.
the age group. And then I saw some of the older music too, and I was like, okay. Because I was asking some of my friends, hey, you guys want to do this jump class? And they were like, I don't know about that. But I'd love you guys have a lot of videos. You have a lot of videos on your page, so you do a really good job with the marketing. I just wanted to add
Thank
that,
you.
let you know that. Tell us now a little bit about these pop-up shops. Do you guys do this throughout the year? Is it and how advantageous is this for you guys? And are you trying to expand out of, where do you want this to go as far as, or do you not know yet? And you're just going at.
No, so we are starting to plan for 2026, and our pop-ups are pretty much ad hoc. Whoever call us to come out, we'll come out and we'll do it. Just give us the time and the day and where we need to be, and we'll show up. We do say like 15 to 25 people per class, just to make sure that we can control the class and everybody's safe, because it's two of us doing it. I forgot the second part of your question.
Are you guys trying to, because you primarily do it out of New Jersey as far as stationary, correct? Because that's where you live.
Not yet. Well, primarily so far, but we also go to New York and we've also been in Delaware.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So are you guys trying to have multiple 360 fitness locations in the future? Do you see that happening?
We've been thinking about that, right? If we
Yeah.
wanted to open up our own like fitness studio for this, not a gym, just like a group fitness studio. Like you can tell them what your idea was.
Yes. So yeah, we were thinking about opening up a studio, something more towards group fitness only though, like not actually having the equipment there, just more. I feel like women or even anyone actually, I feel like group fitness is more fun. It's like a fun fitness, and so that's one of the ideas that we had. But as far as like the pop up shops, it's we will go anywhere
Yeah.
if you want us to teach your class. That's so like she said, we went to New York, we went to Delaware. So yeah, if you book us, we'll go anywhere for it. And as far as like the future plans, we're our plan is to have to train other instructors to become certified in jump fitness
Hmm.
so that they can like what did you say like as far as like them becoming trained and then you sending out the boots to them like start like a startup package.
Right, yeah. So have like people have instructors come under 360 Fitness Mission, and then we'll help get them started.
Yeah.
So we'll give them, like she said, a starter package of like maybe 15 boots, um, and just give them some other equipment too, because we use things like cordless ropes. We use weight, like we also use weights.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I got tongue tied there. We wait and so just kind of like give them different things that they can do to start up their class. And have some constant like online training too as well for them. So that's one of the things that we're looking forward to try to start in 2026. Also, we're like looking to do like we do like other things besides jump. Like we do the Tough Mudder. I don't know if you ever heard of the Tough Mudder before.
I
It's an
haven't. Go ahead
obstacle
and
course.
share.
So it's like an obstacle course with a lot of mud. And you just challenge yourself as a team, and we all just do it all together on the difficult obstacle course. Not everybody do all of them, but it's really great for us to come together and to see our members come in and just roughing it out on tough terrain and mud, and it's a lot of fun. So that's one of the things that we do. Also, we gonna like we also do like volunteer work too as well. Like we'll be going out to New Jersey Pack this Saturday, right, to volunteer to show demo for how jump is, how jump fitness is. And then next year too, also in 2026, we're looking forward to another jump explosion. We're also trying to do a night glow in the dark jump festival.
Mm.
So everything is going to be glowing in the dark, your boots, everything. So we're trying to work on that too as well. We're also trying to do another a cancer jump specialty sometime in October during that season too as well. And then of course our pop-ups and then our regular classes. So we're looking forward. This is the big one. This is the big one. I didn't want to mention it, but if anybody know how we can get to the Essence Festival, we really want to come down there for the fitness session part of that. So I'm working on that too as well for July. July 4th through the 8th. That's when it's pretty much down there in New Orleans. So I'm working on that too as well. So we're looking forward to 2026 and hoping that everything is just as successful as it has been in 2025 and 24 too.
Yeah, that's awesome. I also see you guys doing just just showing off those brain waves here. I got an idea. Got an idea.
Okay.
Mother daughter for Mother's Day event.
Wow,
I
we
love
like
Mothers and
that.
daughters, because obviously you're a mother-daughter team. I think that would be a really cool yearly event, maybe that you guys could do. Maybe not actually on Mother's Day, but something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I
that's a
like
good
that. I
idea. I
like
like
it.
that too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Latoya, how is it working with your mom now? Does it, I mean, I imagine that you're learning more about her and vice versa, of course. I'll ask you too, but how is it working with Gina? Because I mean, I know her as a friend, but you're her daughter. So how is it working with Gina?
It's it's actually fun working with her. In the beginning, we kind of bumped heads a lot because her thinking and my thinking is completely different. But as time has gone, I've seen that we balance each other out. And so, like, I'll have an idea and then she'll have an idea and then I might say no, I don't like it. So just trust me, and I'm like, okay, I'll trust you, and then then I add to the idea, and then it makes it even bigger than what it was in the first place. Um, I would also say that working with her, like, I just admire. I already always knew my mom was strong. Like, if you know my mom, she's a strong-minded person and she's a get it done type of person. But just to be able to work with her and just see like how she moves and she just does not quit, it makes me want to keep going. And so,
Mhm.
and I also think we balance each other out because it's sometimes where, sometimes we only have one person come to class and like, Dag, are we like really doing this? Like, or should we keep going? And I'm like, I'll get the strength. And I'm like, yeah, we should keep going. Or it might be me. I'm like, I just don't want to do it anymore. I don't know. I'm kind of like iffy about it. And then she's like, no, we got this. We got this. So we just keep each other going. So it's just an amazing journey. And I'm super grateful that I get to work with my mom.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say not everybody can work with their mom, and of course, personalities do matter. But what you said was really important. Like you have one way of thinking, and then she has another way of thinking. But that is truly how a business relationship does work. You
Yeah.
can't, if she thought just like you, and you thought just like, you know what I mean? It won't complement each other and balance each other out, just like you said.
Yeah.
So I'm going to also ask Gina, I'm going to ask you that question a little after we take a break, because we're going to take a break in a minute. But I just wanted to ask you how you, real quick, how do you feel now that you've lost that? That's a lot of weight that you lost. And I did notice it too, because we hadn't seen each other, I think, in a few years. And I was like, okay, look at Gina. She's looking good.
Right.
How do you feel now that you lost that weight? Because that's a lot of weight to lose.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest with you. So when I did lose the weight, I saw a body transformation that I did not like. I lost my breasts, my behind became smaller and flatter, and my waist was in, but everything else was just kind of like saggy and flat. So I mean, it was nice to lose the weight. It was really healthy for me. However, it was just like the transformation wasn't working for me. It just wasn't something that I wanted for myself. So, what I had to do for myself is say, okay, do I want to be like a skinny person? That's probably not me, and that's not for me. I think everybody has to find their journey when it comes to weight loss. So what I did was I started not because I went on this also this eating journey too, like a health eating journey, and I try to tell people, do what you think is best for your body. Do what you like for your body, okay? Everybody has to be healthy. We all have to take that initiative to say that, our health have to come first. But also everybody, looks is everything to everyone, as well. So what I say is do what's best for you. For me personally, me losing all that weight, it was nice, but again, the transformation was not where I wanted to be. So I say I gained a little bit more weight back just so that I can feel in certain spots in my body, because I'm not going to go and get like fat fillers and things like that to correct those things. I just figured that I can do it on my own. So I say make sure when you're doing these things that you're doing it for you, and don't try to be like someone that you're not. If you know like you're big boned, or even if you have a little frame, just know your limitations, okay? And
Yeah.
be happy with them, and don't try to look like anybody else. TV is not real. I mean, it's real, but it's
Mhm.
not where it's at. So that's where I was. So I was happy in one sense, but then in the other one, it was pretty much like I was not happy with how it came out. So
Yeah, and everybody's body type is a little different too. And so I would probably say you're a little bit more muscular than some women, and so am I. And I had the same thing. I had lost a lot of weight, but then I was like, okay, I already don't have a butt as it is. So I don't need to lose any more muscle back there. I need to keep that going so I can have, I don't want to be a pancake back there. And, so I agree. That definitely helps. It definitely helps. Okay, you guys, look, we are talking to Gina and Latoya about 360 Fitness. If you're just joining us, we got to take a quick break so we can pay these bills, but we will be right back. And I got a awesome question to ask Gina when we get back from break. See you in a few. All right, you guys, and we are back with Busy Breeze Hot Topics. I'm speaking with my girls, Gina and Latoya, on 360. Why do I keep saying it like that? 360 or 360 Fitness, right? Am I getting that right? All right, so I'm going to ask Gina a question that I asked her daughter earlier in the show. Gina, how was it working with your daughter? Like in the beginning, in the middle, now? I know it's been over a year now because your guys' anniversary was what, August 2024?
Right, yeah.
August 2025. So yeah, how is it working with Latoya?
Um, she's my daughter. So first, she's my daughter, and I love my daughter unconditionally. So me working with her, it's a delight. You know, it's a delight. To me, she's an amazing woman. She's very talented. Sometimes, like she said, we do bump heads about ideas. Like I'm like, trust me, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be good. But and then she follows suit after a little bit of persuasion. And then sometimes I have to push her with the marketing. Did you put that, did you put that video up there? Did you do this? Did you do that? So we kind of like bounce off each other a lot, but I really enjoy working with her. She's a lot of fun. We even started like going out doing like these little restaurants after after class. So like we work very well together. We do very well together, I think. And she's
That's
one of my
amazing.
best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have four daughters, and they're all my best friends, but they're all my best friends in different ways.
Yeah.
Because she's my
That's
oldest.
amazing. I love that. And you didn't tell me how beautiful she was. She's so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Well, of course, she takes after you, obviously. So, well, I love that. I would not be able to go into business with my mom personally. I love you, mom. Sorry, but because I know she's gonna listen to the show, but there's no way. So I love your guys' energy and dynamic. And Gina, it just shows that you are just an awesome mother. I don't think I ever met your children in the past either. I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
Mm-mm. No, but I can see you have done a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
What's some advice that you guys would give any family members, whether it's sisters, brothers, fathers and sons, mothers and daughters? What advice, now that you guys have done it and you seem to be pretty successful at it, what's some advice you would give family that are wanting to go into business together?
I would say, I think a family business is probably to me the best because you know each other, you trust each other, you know each other's, in and outs of, how they are, their personality. It's kind of like you almost have the same goals in common because you grew up together or you've been like living together. It's just pretty much like to me, I think it's all about the honesty. It's the honesty and really knowing the person that you can trust. I think that's
Hmm.
what it's about. So I would encourage it. I mean, I enjoy, working with my daughter, and spending time with her. She's older now. At one point in time, when they were like so, young, I was able to spend time with them. And then all of a sudden they turned 16, teenagers. I barely seen them. And now I have an opportunity now to get to, spend time with her again. So I love working with family. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. What about you, Latoya?
The advice that I would give is definitely, first of all, I would say definitely hands down work with family. Give it a chance. I think everyone goes to the negative automatically, like, what if it doesn't work out or anything? Just give it a chance. And then I would also say that no matter what, you're going to have issues. Issues are going to happen. It's even if it's not family, you can have like another partner. Issues are going to happen. It's about coming back together. We have a goal in place, and it's about making that goal happen, and taking everything outside of that out of the equation. So no matter what, stick to the goal, stick to what the plan is, and continue to move forward. So that's what I would say.
I love that answers. I love both of your answers, but I want to also ask you, do you think it's a difference with, say, you were to go into business with a friend versus a family member? Because a lot of people say never go into business with a friend who would potentially ruin the friendship. But I think that may be the same thing as family. I'm not quite sure. What do you think about that?
I definitely okay. I'm against it. I've tried it, and to be honest with you, it just went to the left. Um, some people drive is probably not it doesn't match as you like match your drive or your energy. It's kind of. And when that falls, it's pretty much over.
Right.
With my daughter, it's pretty much I'm going to see her the next day. I'm going to see her the following week. Like we're going to talk to each other regardless. So we can take a break and talk about it, at another time. But I find with certain friends too is that people hold grudges. So our fallout can last for a whole month. And at the meantime, we have a whole business to run.
Yeah.
We're not talking to each other, and then we're doing things behind each other's back. And to me, me doing, it hasn't been successful for me at all. So,
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I will say this too. I wanted to give a quick shout out to our girl Tanya Fisher, who, we met through her.
right.
So, hey Tanya, how's it going? She's the one who actually recommended I interview you, and I was like, yes, this would be a great interview for the show. So, shout
Perfect,
out to Tanya.
perfect. Shout out to
Hey.
Shania.
All right, you guys, I do have some people that I've spoken with and that I wanted to get on the pop-up shop that we do in Atlanta. And some of them have had, hip replacements. They've had some injuries. I was doing a lot of, I was getting ready for a role that I'm going to be doing. And so I started doing it maybe a little bit too much. You know how sometimes you'll up your workout. And so I was doing like these what do they call it? Back lunges, and well, not fractured, but I did something to my upper back, um, or the middle back. And so I think maybe I did a little bit too much. Plus, we're getting older, so sometimes you just can't do what you used to be able to do, right? So with that being said, what would you say to somebody who wants to be a part of your jumping class, but they're very nervous about the injury? How do you guys handle that too? If say, oh, I've got a hip replacement, but it was only 2 years ago, I'm nervous, or I tend to get hurt sometimes when I go too hard with my workouts. Well, how would you handle that? Thanks.
So we have had those issues in class too. We have people with knee replacements. Some people had hip replacements. But one thing I tell people to do: protect the new hip, protect the new knee. Avoid extreme ranges and move with control. The first thing you want to do too is make sure you get medical clearance before you start doing any type of physical or high intensity workouts. I would encourage like slow moves, really controlled, and maybe not necessarily jumping a lot until you feel comfortable. But I just really, really encourage people, make sure you seek medical clearance first before you try to do any of those things. And once you come to class, we won't, everybody's on different levels. So
Yeah.
don't worry about somebody that's jumping opposed to somebody that's not. We all want to get this, same workout regardless because, jumping on the boots is cardio. You're jumping up and down, or even if you're walking on the boots, or you're just marching on the boots, or really like a small light jog on the boots. All the impact goes into the spring of the boots. So it's not really, pressing against the floor really hard, direct contact to the floor. Everything is going to the boot. So we'll just tell you, slow it down, control movements, don't do things with over ranges. And just try to have fun. When you're jumping, because when you come there nervous and you're afraid, then that's when injuries happen. So
Mhm.
that's what I would tell them. But most important, again, seek medical clearance first before you do any type of exercises when with your new hip and your new knee, okay? Protect that, okay?
That makes a lot of sense. Because, like I've been getting these questions, so I'm like, and then also people who haven't probably exercised in like 10 years. I'm pretty sure you may have gotten some of those.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Some people have, what you
I
think
was
about.
I was gonna say a lot of the people that come to our class are not into fitness at all. It's them wanting to try something brand new.
Okay.
And so yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was just wondering because I have some people that I've talked with, and they're like, "Girl, I haven't been to the gym in 5+ years," and so, but I could tell they're interested in it because you guys are having a lot of fun. Especially if at the end of the show, viewers, we're going to give you the socials so you can go on and see how much fun they're having. So it's almost like you don't probably feel like it's a whole hour because you're having so much fun doing it.
Exactly.
It goes by
And then
fast.
and then I imagine like some people are meeting friends within the classes too, and so or maybe they can join up and work out together outside of, so it's kind of like a social setting as well for people.
It's definitely like a community, right? It becomes
Yeah.
a community
It's like
because
a family.
yeah, it's like a family. Now we like pretty much do everything together. So I'll be like, oh, we have like New Jersey Pack coming up. So I'll call them up, guys. We got New Jersey Pack in North New Jersey. Come with us and join us with the demo. And then they're like, okay, we're down, we're coming. So it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a community though.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are some of I usually go right to the positive. I just want to go to the negative because I really want people to seek you guys out if they're interested as well. So, any complaints that either someone who's worked out before and took your class or has not worked out and took your class, what are some of the complaints maybe that with jumping? Because I know a lot of people aren't familiar with that term and that.
I'm thinking about the music sometimes. Is
Yeah.
it?
No, I would say it's not really a complaint. It's more, I haven't worked out in a really long time and I want to be able to jump like you guys. Like I want to be able to just go in and jump, but they're more on a modification level where they're able to just maybe put their knee up instead of just jumping, like, jumping, hopping up. So I think that's like the biggest thing. Maybe their endurance is not there yet. But we try to tell people it will get there. Like even for me, like it took me a while to get to a point where I can actually teach a whole class or even just work out for a whole full hour without feeling like I'm completely out of breath. But again, we always tell people like you will eventually get there. Just keep going. You haven't done fitness in a long time. Like give yourself some grace. That is like the major complaint. My complaint for her is her music sometimes.
Okay, that's my good. So, I'm okay. I'm a house music and Jersey club girl, so I like high impact techno music with like boom basses, and sometimes she likes hip hop. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of So sometimes I get that you can change the music up a little bit, and I was like, okay, no problem, but I'm getting there. So I want to bounce back on that too, right? So some of the negative too, like you were saying, we notice when people do jump, they're afraid to jump off the ground. But see, what they don't know is that the higher you jump, the more in control you are, and the less tired you get. So
Really?
yes, absolutely, because you're supposed to be jumping up, taking the pressure off the body and on the knees. So when you're like jumping, it's almost so if you're just like barely, jumping off the ground, so that means you're still pressing on the ground and you're not really using the spring efficiently. So in the beginning, you're gonna be afraid, you're not gonna be jumping off the ground. But then sometimes I walk over to them and I'm like, come on, just do me one favor, just like jump up just a little bit. Or then I would tell them to do a jumping jack. We've all been doing jumping jacks since gym. So everybody knows how to do that. I tell them to do a jumping jack. That means 2 feet is off the ground. But sometimes it's a little bit tough to, teach people how to put 2 feet off the ground opposed to using one or two. So it's a process, it's a learning process, but once they get it, oh my God, they're so excited. It's so much fun. And, they're able to move on different levels in the classroom and they just keep coming back and seeing results.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have
I try to
never
make it
guessed
different.
that. I would have never guessed that jumping higher would be better, but that's why you're the certified instructor.
Yeah, it's so much
It's so
better.
much better. And you can control your moves better too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And are there days where, like, what do you guys do? It's just two of you, right? Are you the only two that teach the class right now?
Yes.
So what do you do if both of you are like either not feeling well? Have you guys ever had to cancel a class
Today.
because of you and not the client?
No.
No. Well, today we canceled because we have a snowstorm.
Ah, well, that's different.
It's our first one.
Yeah. No, but we never had to cancel a class
Yeah.
for if it was like anything personal. Like I said, if she's out, maybe traveling, then I'll take her place, or if I'm out traveling, she'll take my place.
Okay.
And then also we try to plan ahead of time. Like if we're going on vacation, we'll say, okay, for this 8 session, these actual weeks are canceled. So yeah, we try to plan accordingly.
Okay, awesome. What we do, I'm gonna dive into, we gotta take another quick break. This has been a great conversation. If you guys are just joining us, I'm talking to my girls, Gina and Latoya, about 360 fitness and their jump classes. And I'm gonna talk more about the positives that people have said after taking your class. So, okay, you guys, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, you guys, we are back from break. I'm talking to my girls, Gina and Latoya, on 360 Fitness. And we were talking about some of the complaints, if you're just now joining us, that when someone goes to their class for the first time or a few times, what may be a negative. But now I want to get into the positives because I know there are a lot of them. So if one of you could share with us some of the positives and what they can expect when they take your class for the first time or the first series.
Sure, yeah, I can talk about that. So, some of the positives, I would say a lot of people say it's fun. Like they
Okay.
actually are having a great time when they're in class and they don't even feel like they're actually working out. And so, like, that's a big thing. They love our energy as instructors. Like, they love the energy that we bring, it keeps them going. Another thing is they'll say like, I didn't want to get out of bed today. I didn't feel like it. I'm down. I'm depressed, you know. But then they come out of class and they're like, I needed that. Like I'm so happy that I was able to come to class, and I feel good. I needed that, and it just brings up their energy and their mental health. I would say also that another positive is they're doing things that they didn't know that they were capable of doing. Again, a lot of people are not into fitness who are jumping. Me personally, I was not into fitness before jumping. When I first started, I hated it. I was like, I can't do this. I can't balance. But then when I tried it the second time, I just fell in love with it. And that's a lot of people's stories as well. It's like first time they were a little iffy, but then the second time they're like, okay, I got this, you know? And so it just brings joy to people. Like they just love it. They just love the energy. They love that they're doing something different. So
Yeah. Did you ask your mom to join, or did your mom try to convince you to join? I didn't know that. I thought you were already into fitness. So that's amazing.
yeah, so she actually started jumping before me. I think you started like you were jumping like a year before me, and I would see her with these boots, and we would go to the same gym, and I would hear them jumping upstairs, and I'm like, what are they doing? And again, it's people who are like 40 and up, and I'm like, what are they doing? This looks so corny, not doing it. And then one day I went to class without her, and I was like, I hate this. I don't want to do this. I couldn't catch my balance at first. But then the second time that I went, I caught on, I got it, and I just fell in love with it. When I mean that I am passionate about jumping, I am so passionate. Like I don't feel right if I'm not jumping. If I don't work out, I'm like I don't feel good. I don't feel good about my week. Like it's a part of my life now. Like it's just and it keeps me fit on top of that. So
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And so yeah,
Are
she
you,
she brought me on.
Beautiful, beautiful. I had a feeling, but I just wanted to, you
Right.
know. So, do you jump also outside of your classes? Are you just jumping for fun outside of doing the classes as well now?
So right now I'm just jumping with the classes. Of course we practice, but other than that, yeah, just jumping with the classes.
Okay. All right. And so Gina, you were jumping before you started this company, correct?
correct.
Okay. And are some of the challenges, like kind of like weak ankles? Do your ankles kind of have to strengthen while you're doing the jumping? How does that work? Just like
Well,
skating?
not necessarily because when you put on the boot have latches and you can tighten them up as you know as much as you want, and your ankle would not really be affected. Just make sure that when you're putting on the boot that you're not tighten them too tight so that your foot could breathe, or it's not like you feel like you're not getting that circulation going on inside your foot. But it really does not really affect my ankles because it's like it's protected by the boot.
Okay. Are you wearing socks with the boots or is it barefoot?
Yeah, you have to wear high socks.
Okay.
You have to wear socks with the boots. That's very important, and try to wear high socks too as well.
Okay. And
They
you
call them
purchased
shoe
the
socks.
Okay, and where do you purchase the boots from, like a company or a store? I've never even heard of this, so that's why I'm just so intrigued.
So these type of boots have been out for over 25 years. My preferred vendor is Kango boots because they've been around the longest. There are other brands out there too that you can use. I don't have like a major preference to tell anyone which one is better than the other. I just prefer the Kango boots because they've been out for over 25 years and they figured out all the kinks with the boots. And for me to have a business, I have to get the best boot, the one that I know that, my customers won't get injured or hurt. I mean, and anything can happen with the boot, but they also have protective mechanisms we know that comes with the boot. So I just prefer to use that particular boot. You can get them online. It's like kangoboots.com or whatever. And again, there's other boot brands out there. It's not just Kango boots anymore. There's other companies that have, since, once a patent is over, I guess they try to, do what, bootleg boots or whatever you want to call them. But it's like having Nike and Converse. So there's other brands out there too as well.
Okay, interesting. And so you said that your goal is to do, I don't know what it's called, but at the Essence, you guys want to be at the Essence Festival and have these classes there?
Yeah, we just want to be, during the morning time, when everybody's like getting up, sometime for the Essence Festival, like you see them out walking or running. I just want to, bring that, to them, to the Essence Festival. I think it will be an incentive to add to our community because a lot of our community, they just don't know about it. And when I say our community, I mean Black African Americans. They just don't know about Jump until we pretty much show them.
I never heard of it. I was really intrigued. And like I said, I talked with four of my girlfriends about it. And some of them were like, yeah, I'll try it, and some were like, I don't know. Because they never saw it, but I was glad you guys had the videos, like I said earlier, on Instagram. And do you guys have it? Well, we'll get into that at the end of the show. We'll give out your socials, and if there's anybody from that knows some contacts at Essence Festival, they'll give out their contacts, so maybe you can reach out to them to help them get there because I know that will definitely happen. We're gonna put it in the air. We're gonna manifest it.
Oh,
It's gonna
thank
happen.
you.
All right. So some of your other ventures you said that you're gonna have in 2026. So as you know, we're coming into 2026. You said the June, is it jump explosion? What exactly is a jump explosion?
So the jump explosion is pretty much when a group of people come together and you teach them about jump. It's about an 8 hour event. So we teach them about jump, we teach them how to use the boot. We also have like sometimes a guest come in to talk about nutrition or talk about anything. It could be about a life coach come in and talk with us and speak with us. We break for lunch and then we come back and we jump some more. And it's just a community that comes together and just jump. We have them like also do like their own little routines. They get in group as team, as a team, and they'll do their own routines for us too as well. So that's pretty much fun when we do that. So
And you
that's
guys have done that before? You guys have had that happen before, or is this your first time going to be doing it?
our first time was in October.
Oh, okay.
During my jump explosion. Yeah, we did it in October for our 1 year anniversary. So we
Oh,
had the
okay.
jump explosion and then we had the banquet the following day. But it was really nice.
And where did you guys have that at?
And that was in Isla, New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds fun. I definitely want to. Do you have an idea of the date yet for your jump explosion in 2026, or are you still working on the dates?
Still working on it, but more than likely it would be in October.
Okay. Well, I definitely want to go to that. Okay. And then you guys have something called glow in the dark. So I'm imagining this may be a nighttime event or.
That's something that we're trying to put together now. That's one of the events for 2026. So we're going to do a glow in the dark where everything's going to glow in the dark. Like you're going to wear your clothes that's going to glow in the dark. And I have something planned for everybody. I don't want to like put it out there yet until it actually happens. But yeah, that event is going to be considered glow in the dark.
Okay. And then what was the other event? You said there was another event for 2026
We
that you
do the
guys
Tough
want
Mudder.
to. Okay.
That is the obstacle course one. Again, that's a lot of fun, a lot of team building with that one too as well. And then we're gonna have the mother-daughter.
I'm gonna need to get some I'm already yeah, if they do, you guys look, they're gonna do the mother daughter or Mother's Day event, mother's daughter event for 360 fitness jump classes. I need to get my 10%. So everybody sign up ASAP.
Another thing is the pop-ups. Don't forget about our pop-ups. We gotta include those too as well. So.
Okay,
Mhm.
good. Now, since you guys have both been, because fitness helps your immune system. A lot of people don't realize that. Do you feel like you are not as sick? I mean, I'm not saying you guys were ever sick, but people do get the flu and get coughs and things like that. Do you see a difference in your health since you guys have been jumping?
For me personally, because I'm older than her, I have seen a difference in my health. I was getting sick, when you're almost at a point for your size being obese, okay? Everybody's different. So your stature can be different and you don't necessarily have to be considered obese, okay? But I noticed that when I was obese to me that I was getting sick a lot. So when I started jumping and then I started losing the weight, I did notice a change in I wasn't getting sick. I wasn't getting COVID. I wasn't having a whole bunch of like I wasn't having a lot of colds. My face started clearing up. I don't know, that's all about immunity. I noticed that my bowel movement. So when you're jumping, it moves everything. So, and then you have to understand too, it helps with your lymphatic system. So your heart beats voluntary, right? So when you're jumping, your lymphatic system, the only way that it really works is based off you moving. So the more you move and the more you jump, you're pushing your lymphatic system, you're draining it out. So, and that's why they say it helps with your immunity. So I think for me, I think it does work in that aspect.
Yeah, and I hear that too. Once people start working out, they sleep better, especially over a certain age, when you start having different, especially for women when they start going into like perimenopause and things like that or menopause.
Yeah, yeah.
So, absolutely. Okay, anything else? But we're getting ready to end. We're going to go ahead and give out the socials so you guys can go find Gina and Latoya and get in on some of these pop-up shops or just reach out to them if you have any questions, anything else you guys want to add about jumping I think we've covered so much. I think we're good though.
I would just say try it. Just try it. Even if you're scared, just try it. Give it a chance because you never know. You might just fall in love with it. So yeah, that's what I would say. Just try it out.
I love that. All right. All right, well go ahead. One of you go ahead and shout out those socials so people can find you on social media and learn a little bit more about the 360 fitness jumping classes that you guys have.
Sure. So you can find us on Instagram. It's 360 Mission Fit, excuse me, 360 Fitness Mission. And then you can also find us on Facebook, again, 360 Fitness Mission. And then YouTube as well, 360 Fitness Mission.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, you guys. I know you guys are busy, and I appreciate you sharing your time with the listeners and teaching us all about the jumping classes. I know I was excited to learn about it, and I can't wait to do my first class, by the way, and also host a pop-up shop. So that will be coming soon, and I will share that with the listeners when we do get those dates together. So again, we appreciate you. Thank you, Gina. I appreciate you. Thank you, Latoya.
Thank you. Thanks for
All right, you
having me.
guys, we're going to take another break, and we will be back. All right, you guys, we are back. That's our show for today. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for joining your girl Bree on Busy Bree's Hot Topics. And also, we are on Just a Thought Network, where we're going to be aired once weekly, and also on YouTube. As always, be good, be great, and never procrastinate. The sky's the limit as long as you realize your true and authentic potential. Never stop dreaming. This is your girl, Busy Bree, and I will see you next time. Stay blessed, guys.
Oh.